Sup you guys, ASD Classified here, and in honor of Black History Month, I'm going to be talking about 7 Morphinominal Power Rangers who are also black, okay? And I'm not talking about ranger color either, I'm talking about skin color, baby. Black of African descent, okay? Now let's get into it. Alright, and this list is in no particular order, okay? Alright, let's get into it. First up, Shelby from Power Rangers Dino Charge and Dino Supercharge. I love her, man. I love her. She is the first black Pink Ranger and she was awesome. She was awesome. Beauty and brains, man. My girl had it all. My girl was smart. My girl, she loved dinosaurs. She knew all about dinosaurs. My girl made a device to help the Rangers find Energems and Zords. Hell, my girl could even make Zords. She could create Zords, okay? There are not that many Rangers that can say they can do that. Alright, give my girl her credit, okay? She came from a family that had some money, but you know, she was still down to earth. She wasn't snooty or nothing like that, you know. She followed her dreams, and she also got the man that she wanted at the end of the episode. Yeah, she landed the Red Ranger. Go on, Shelby, I see you, girl. I loved her. She was awesome. Alright, next up on the list, Scott Truman from Power Rangers RPM. Get in gear, yes. Scott Truman from RPM. He was a great character, man. I actually like Scott more now than I did when I initially saw RPM. Like, he was great and he had a lot to deal with. Out of everybody on my list, he probably had the most to deal with, you know, as a Ranger. Like, he was the leader of the team, the third black person to be a Red Ranger and the leader of the team. So he was the leader of this team in a post-apocalyptic world. Like, the world ended in RPM, okay? An evil computer virus took over the world, destroyed everything. There was only one city left on the entire planet, and it's Scott's job, Scott and his team's job, to defend that last city on Earth. Okay, he had to deal with that. He had to deal with the fact that he lost his brother. His brother died during the apocalypse. Okay, his brother died, and his brother was also the family favorite. Okay, so that didn't help things between him and his daddy. Oh my god, him and his daddy. Like, Scott fought with his daddy like all the time. Like, his dad just would not listen to him. Even though Scott is the leader of the Power Rangers, and 9 times out of 10, Scott was actually right about things, but his daddy just would not listen to him for the longest. You know, Scott had to fight to get his way, man. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I love his daddy. Colonel Truman is one of the best Power Ranger characters ever. He is awesome. But still though, you know, you need to listen to your son sometimes. You know, Scott was a good character. He was smart, okay? So yeah, Scott kicked ass, man. He had to deal with an apocalypse, daddy issues, had to deal with Ranger Operator Series Black getting on his nerves all the time, man. He had to deal with a lot, but he still came through. He still got his team to victory in the end, you know? So good job, Scott. And you had awesome hair too. Moving on to the next person on my list. That person is Jack Landers from Power Rangers SPD, Space Patrol Delta. Oh yes, the second black person to be a Red Ranger and leader of a power team. Oh, Jack. Oh, Jack. This was a character. This was a character. I love Jack. Man. Jack is the definition of started from the bottom and now we're here. Like, man, my boy, he grew up on the streets. Like, he didn't know his parents. He grew up on the streets. He was like a Robin Hood. He stole stuff and gave it to, you know, poor people and poor aliens as well. You know, SPD was in the future. So, you know, he helped people, you know, modern day Robin Hood, you know. And one day he beat up trained police officers, and because he beat them up, he was able to join with the police department, Space Patrol Delta, and become the leader. It's greatness. I love it. I love Jack, man. Jack, because SPD was like a police military type season, you know, everybody had to treat him with respect. Him being the leader really meant he was the leader. People were responding to him, yes sir. You know, I loved it. I loved the respect they had to show him, man. And Jack, yes, when Jack first became the Red Ranger, the power went to his head. You know, they had that episode where the power went to his head and he was, you know, ordering everybody around and stuff. But, you know, he got better after that. He learned from that, you know, but he still ordered people around, but, you know, for the right reasons. And I loved it. I loved it. Oh my God, that episode Oh my god, what was that episode? Idol, was it? Where Sky's friend came back and it turned out his friend was evil. But that episode, man, oh my god, there was a scene where Jack was suspicious of Sky's friend and was questioning him, and then Sky came in there and was like, what's going on? You're interrogating him? And Jack was like, look, I was just, wait, I don't have the answer to you. Take your friend out of here. He's not allowed to be in here right now. And Sky was like, but he's SPD. Jack was like, he was SPD. He's been missing in action and he needs to be reevaluated. Jack was the leader and he let everybody know he was the leader. Okay, it's his way or the highway. I just literally said, I don't have to explain myself to you. Like, I do not have to do it. So, oh my god, I love Jack, man. The drama, the fights between him and Sky, it's part of what made SPD. But yeah, while Jack could be arrogant at times or whatever, he was a good person at heart. He wanted to help people. That's why he joined SPD. That's why he used to steal stuff to give to poor people. He wanted to help people. And in the end of the season, he ended up retiring from SPD to help people the right way. You know, give, you know, goods and stuff to people without stealing the goods. You know, so yeah, Jack Landers, you're a good person. Alright, next up on the list is Ethan James from Power Rangers Dino Thunder. His last name was James, right? I feel like it was James. If not, it should be. Ethan James. Yes. So Ethan, I love Ethan, man. Honestly, I made a video a week ago talking about like my favorite Power Ranger from every season. You know, if I redid that video now, I might put Ethan there because Ethan, he was awesome. What I loved about Ethan is that he was a geek. He was unapologetically a geek. That's what I love. He owned his shit. Like, yeah, I love all this nerdy shit. I don't give a fuck. And if you tried to clown him about it, he'll clown your ass right back. That's what I love. Like, he would give it to Connor. Ethan kind of made the Dino Thunder premiere for me. Like, I remember dying laughing when I first saw that episode. Because Ethan he did not let Connor clown him. He would clown right back. Like, man, fuck you. You think you gonna be somebody? You think you gonna be a soccer player? Nigga, when your hairline receding 50 years from now, dreaming about what might have been, I'll own my own, you know, software company, making millions. Ethan was not somebody to play with. I loved him. I loved Ethan. He stood up to bullies. He didn't give a fuck, man. That's what I loved about him. And honestly, I think out of all the Power Rangers, he's probably the one that I can relate to the most. He's probably the one that I see myself in the most, you know, because he was a nerd and I'm a nerd or geek, whatever word you want to use. You know, I get that. And because of Ethan, I'm unapologetically a nerd now. The fact that I'm making I have a whole YouTube channel talking about Power Rangers. I love Power Rangers. I don't give a fuck. So, you know, thank you, Ethan, for helping me embrace that. Like, you know what? Yeah, I like geeky shit. I'm gonna talk about it. Screw you. I love it. But yeah, like I said, Ethan is probably the Ranger that I relate to the most. The Ranger I can see myself, you know, the most. And that's why representation of other people of color and stuff is so important, you know? So people can see a character on TV that like reminds them of themselves and actually looks like them too. You know, revolutionary. Alright, next up we going way down the seasons list all the way to Power Rangers Turbo. TJ, Theodore J. Jarvis Johnson. Yes, TJ, the first black leader of the Power team. Okay, TJ. He was great. I already covered him in that video I made last week talking about my favorite Power Ranger in every season because he was my favorite in Turbo. He was awesome. Like I said in that video, he made the passing of the torch 2-part episode, man. He just saw that a woman was in trouble, getting attacked by evil aliens. He didn't even flinch. He went in to help. He helped. He saved Catherine. He saved Tommy. He definitely deserved to take over from Tommy to be the leader of the Power team. He was awesome. And even in space, when he was technically demoted, a lot of fans see TJ still as the leader of the In-Space Rangers. He still helped Andros. Andros used to consult with TJ about what to do. There was that whole drama where Andros brought Astronomer onto the ship because Astronomer was turning good at that point, but the other Rangers didn't trust her. And TJ kind of just took leadership at that point. He was like, look, you brought this hoe on the ship, you didn't ask none of us about it, so until we figure something out, that hoe needs to be chained up. And what happened? Astronomer was chained up. You know, and a lot of fans are like, yeah, I would have done the same thing. I mean, shoot, whatever. TJ was greatness. One of the standout moments of TJ is, I think it's that Psycho Ranger episode where he came up with a plan to beat Psycho Blue. A lot of fans bring that episode up all the time, and it was great. Like, TJ got his ass whooped. Like, he was seriously hurt, and he's still coming up with plans to take out Psycho Blue. That's the kind of person that TJ is, man. They don't make Rangers like that anymore, man. Rangers these days, they want to give up all damn time. They don't make them like that. Alright, after TJ, let's go to Power Ranger Zeo. Tonya Salome, the Yellow Ranger. Oh my god, Tonya. I love her, man. I love her. She was such a great character. I just wish she got more focus. With the focus she got, it was so good. Like, Tonya came on the scene. She had a boyfriend for a little bit, but her boyfriend was, you know, he was acting crazy. There was always something wrong with Sean. There was always something wrong with him. Like, he wanted Tonya to help him cheat on a test. Like, nigga, ain't nobody jeopardizing their academic career for you. And then, you know, they worked through that. But then he was on the baseball team, and then Tonya randomly realized, hey, I'm actually a natural at baseball. So she started playing on the team too, and he couldn't take how good she was, and he was starting to be sexist towards her and being like, you know, girls shouldn't play baseball, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, you know what? That's it. To the left, nigga, to the left. Like, I'm done with this. So she dumped Sean, and I loved it, man. She never let that man run over her, and I loved it. Like, she was a strong black woman. I loved it. There was another episode where she was helping Adam train, I think, for some martial arts contest, and he actually had to fight Sean because Sean was apparently a martial artist now. Then there was a scene in that episode where Sean had his new girlfriend, Veronica. She was like a character in a season 3 episode. But yeah, he was dating Veronica, and he was like, hey Tonya, this is my new girlfriend, Veronica. You know, trying to get under Tonya's skin, but Tonya don't care about none of these hoes. If you have not seen that episode, you need to watch it. Just see how great Tonya is. Like, that man, fuck him. But there was a part in that scene, he said something like, Tonya in that scene, she said like, oh, I'm helping Adam train for the competition. And he was like, oh wow, what you gonna do next? Join the football team? And she was like, I just might. Like, I love Tonya, man. I loved her. And Tonya could also sing, and I love music. I love singers. I love my singing Power Rangers, you know, like Tonya and Kira and stuff. I love my singing Power Rangers. She could sing. She could have had a record deal, but she put that shit on hold to be a Power Ranger because, you know, saving lives is more important, baby. But she could always go back to that, you know, career in music, and I hope that she did become a big singer. You know, like if Tonya's character ever came back to like a special anniversary episode, I would hope that we learn that Tonya has a banging singing career, you know, but who knows, man. Alright, I think I went through 6 people. I hope I did. So, number 7, the last one on this list, is of course going to be Zack. Zachary Taylor. Zack Man from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The first black ranger who was also black. So, there you go. I love Zack, man. Zack is awesome, man. He was awesome. He's cool. He's the definition of cool. Like, when you think back, like when you were in school, like high school and stuff, and you think about that cool person, it was Zack. The coolest person in school, that's Zack. Pretty much. Zack was awesome. He could kick ass. Like, he mixed martial arts and dance moves, man. He was great. He was the fun guy. And I believe, besides Tommy and Kimberly, he's the only Power Ranger to ever kiss somebody on the lips. You know, oh, sucky now, player. Like, so, that is quite a feat, you guys, in Power Rangers, so, quite the feat. But yeah, Zack is one of the original Power Rangers. He's a legend, and I hope that his character someday returns. Maybe in the anniversary episode. You know, I'm just hoping that someday he gets a moment to shine again. You know, Adam got that moment twice. So I would hope that, you know, the person who was the original Black Ranger will get that time to shine, you know, someday too, you know, because, you know, he was great. He was awesome. All right. That's my list pretty much. Honorary mentions go to Aisha, the first black woman to, you know, be a Power Ranger, you know, Karen Ashley, alright, you know. Also gonna mention Katie, you know, super strong Yellow Ranger in Time Force, you know, who else? Damon in Lost Galaxy, who kept that ship together. That ship would have fell apart a long time ago if it wasn't for Damon, you know, good job, man, loved your character. You know, Sky Cowboy, Lightspeed, loved you, you know, just doing some honorary mentions there. But yes, if you're watching this video, you know, what Rangers who are of African descent, who are black, that you really love, you know, for Black History Month, for the culture, you know, share your love in the comment section if you want, whatever. Alright, later guys, Jamata. Oh man, I just hope that one day we can have a season of Power Rangers that has more than one black person. Maybe we can get two, you know. Maybe. We almost had that for Ninja Steel, you know. Calvin was black and Denny wasn't, you know. Could have had two Black Rangers on a team and then they could have been dating. Oh, black love. Oh well, maybe someday.